then suddenly you are able to fend off bacteria. If you do these techniques, you're suddenly able to get rid of depression. What is this? This is good. This works. This is my purpose in my life, to make people happy, strong, and healthy. I call it the soul. I want the soul to be recognized for every person in the world, to be accessible, not esoteric or not conditional. You don't need 10 cars to be happy. You are happy as you are, but you have to unwind within yourself and become one with your full potential. I found the keys. I had to suffer the suicide of my wife. I did not know nothing, but the whole psychiatry doesn't know how to tap into real happiness. They don't know how to deal with the depression. The whole science medical community, they don't know how to deal with the coronavirus. And the more viruses coming out, and the autoimmune diseases, and the cancer, etc. Because they lost track with the real potential which we all are born with. And now I'm finding, me as a dropout from school, I find the ways how to tap in, and I show psychiatry all over the world. I show the people, the immunologists all over the world, how to tap into those systems. Because it hasn't got to do with thinking. You got to feel it. You got to feel it. And the
you gotta practice what you preach, basically, right? You have to practically experience it and live the theory that you are verbally expressing, basically, that you're talking about, that you're representing. Just wanted to ask you about the protocol. How did you come about, you know, the 1, 2, and 3 minute protocols of breathing? Why 30 breaths in, 30 breaths out? Why more oxygen in and like longer inhale and shorter exhale? How did that come about?
You know, whatever works, and then massively is the one we take. But in the end, I always say, I don't care how you get the air in. If you want to blow through your nose, through your ass, through your ears, through your mouth, it doesn't matter. Just breathe in. It's vital force. It's the force of life. But because we reach masses, millions of people now, for that we take protocols. And in the protocols, there is also developed the understanding and the effectivity of the techniques to go into the autonomic nervous system, to make the deep changes within. Guaranteed, if you do the 4 rounds every morning, then every morning you will be able to get into the deepest of the physiology, to get into the autonomic nervous system, into the deepest of the brain, and change all the chemistry to your favor. This is what I wanted in the protocol, more or less.
So for everyone that is watching now, Wim, what would you suggest and how to start? For anybody that is watching you that just want to start, how should they start? When should they do cold showers? When should they do breaths? Which one goes first, and how long it all goes?
First one is, hey man, do you really want this? Because this is the shit, man. This is good. It works. It's not a lot of blah, blah. It's doing it. And you begin in the morning when you rise, you are lying in bed, you are on empty stomach. Why not try it just for once? Because feeling is understanding. We can talk. That is good. What you and me are doing right now is enlightening some obscurity, that deeper understanding and power within is far away. No, it's here right now. And if you do it, then you will feel why and how.
And it's simple because everyone can do it, Wim. Everyone is breathing.
Yes.
So we take it for granted. We think, well, we breathe. What's so special about it? You know, we have to breathe and that's it, you know. We know how to do it biologically.
Yes,
But
exactly.
there is a power, there is magic in conscious breathing, right? There is something behind it.
If my consciousness is able, by using it consciously, to vent off cold water on my skin, make my skin temperature not going down, or injecting a bacteria by using my consciousness, conscious breathing, and then the bacteria has no chance, then that is power. That is a power nobody knows or has really heard of, but you got it. Every person who is watching this, you got that power. And it takes very little exercising. In the morning, when you rise, take on the free app on our website. The Wim Hof Method is a free app. We develop it with all the love and expertise and all the doctors and professors. It's all in there. And it's all there. No speculation. Big love, big power coming to you because you are the one to open up to yourself. And that begins in the morning. How? "30 times. 30 times doing this, you become lightheaded, you're tingling in your fingers, you're changing your chemistry inside. And then suddenly you are able to stay in round number 1 for 1 minute or 1.5 minutes without air in your lungs. Like, last one, and you stop. And you watch and you astound yourself. Hey, there's no need for breathing. I feel okay. I actually feel very peaceful. And that is only round number 1. Then you go into round number 2, 30 breaths again. Make yourself lightheaded and feel different. It's great. Do that because you are alkalizing your body. It's all positive. So after the 30 breaths, fully in, you let go and you stop after the exhalation again and you go for 2 minutes. 2 minutes without breathing while having empty lungs. That means a whole lot of physiology is changing deeply. The adrenal axis is being activated. Immune system goes up. Lymphatic system, thought of inaccessible in science, is being accessed into. The cleansing is going on. And that is only around number 2. If they inject you at that moment, then the bacteria has no chance. This they should have done with the virus. With the virus is causing inflammation, the innate immune system activation. You can learn to bring it down. Everybody. So then you do 2 rounds or more, and then you are cleansed for the day. You got a lot of energy because the flow inside then is uninterrupted. You pushed it through every blockage, inhibition, anything that upholds the chemistry goes slowing down, not nice, no much energy. Suddenly it's flowing and it reaches out to all these cells and the heart rate is going down. You feel like great, like light and powerful because you got a lot of energy, and peaceful because your heart rate is really down. That is the breathing.
So good, so good, Wim. And do you, once they do that, once we all do that in the morning, we have the base. But say if later in the day we feel anxiety, we feel like we need to go back to it, do we do a shorter version or we have to do the entire protocol once again?
It's like when the wheels of anxiety go, you do 1 round, it's like putting a stick in the spikes. The anxiety stops. Boom, gone. Because the cell memory will react directly on the extra supplement of oxygen you take in. When you are in anxiety, very profane breathing, then your chemistry in the depth is not good. That is causing the stress. That causes anxiety. So if you begin to breathe deep, you change the chemistry, which is the foundation of the stress. And then you change the anxiety in 1 round. no problem. Just do it.
Fantastic, Wim. Last question, and I'm going to let you go. I wanted to ask you something that I started asking now everyone on this project is because we're talking about health, we're talking about retaining, first of all, being conscious of the power and the control that you have in your hands, in your head, in your heart over your health. First, being conscious of that, but then also we talk about what can we really truly do for ourselves and for the environment and for our close ones and for our communities, for our country, for in our profession, in our private life, so that we could be a positive example and that we can see the change, be what we want to see in the world, basically. So I wanted to ask you, how do you see the world in terms of health perspective in the future? What would you like to see? What is the most ideal scenario for all of the people on this planet?
Yes, happiness, strength, health, guaranteed. That is health. Is the immune system control we have shown in the universities. We have to bring it out. Hey, we have far more control over the immune system. Possible and very accessible, very effective. That can be done in a half hour. Just do the breathing techniques, just do the cold showers. That is about the immune system. That is the health. Then the happiness. The happiness is about the control over the hormonal system, endocrine system, they call it. The hormonal system, about the dopamine, the cannabinoids, the serotonins, the endorphins, the whole, I always say, get high on your own supply. You are the pharmacist. You are the drug dealer of yourself. Take your time, be happy, because you can regulate that. You can regulate your mood. That is the happiness. That is the hormonal system. We have shown that in the university that we have a far greater control possible for everybody through these techniques over the hormonal system. So the immune system, hormonal system, which is the health and the happiness, and then we get the strength. The strength is about the energy. If we go do these breathing techniques and the cold shower, then the cells get a lot more oxygen inside. It is called aerobic dissimulation. Aerobic dissimulation creates more oxygen coming into the mitochondria, the energy factories of the cell, and create more molecules, more energy. You got all the energy there, what you need, and you got even energy so much that you have to give it away to others, helping, because you got so much. You radiate like the sun. You radiate like the light. Be like the light. You are the soul. So all coming together, the happiness, the health, and the energy, the strength, if they come together, there is the soul. And with the soul, that is the future. The future paradigm is where everybody is going to be happy, strong, and healthy. And where there is happiness, there is no war. Where there is no happiness, there is no stealing of somebody else's and accumulating positions because you have fear that you don't get enough. No, you got it all already. And it's here. And it's now. That is going to be the new paradigm. That is the future. And the future is ours.